Hi guys, it's me Ty, and it's time for another a dental work review video here from Cambodia. As many of you know, I've lived here 2 years, and I've made multiple videos because I had a dental implant done here, and I had my metal retainer on the back sides of my teeth. I'd have that replaced here in Cambodia. So when it was time here to finally get teeth cleaning done, because last year I did it in Laos, I believe. And here in Cambodia, I decided to go with iBrace Dental Clinic, which is over by the Soria Shopping Center here in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. And it's just since I've had so much work done there, that's where I decided to go, I guess. And they have three doctors on staff, and they have 11 nurses, I believe, over there. So it's a big place. They got the 360 X-ray machines and all that stuff there. So I went in and I talked to them and I asked them how much it would cost for a teeth cleaning. And the girl said $20. And I said, how much would it cost to have my clear plastic retainers cleaned in the ultrasonic machine? Because usually that's free any place you go, like in the United States. And she said, actually, they don't have an ultrasonic cleaner for those. So they didn't clean them, I guess, which wasn't a big deal there. So I went in and it was a little bit, it was more like when I got my teeth cleaned in Laos, it wasn't the same experience as the United States because the United States usually the girls always have the metal picks and they manually clean the plaque off your teeth. The girls pulled out the little die grinder with the buffing wheel or whatever, and that's how they started cleaning. And then around my braces, they just put a more of a I think like a cone tip on it to clean around there. And then after they were done that, instead of having you bite into the trays of bubblegum polish, and then they use their buffer, these girls don't do that. They actually uh, took a brush and they brushed the bubblegum polish. Um, I don't think it was, I don't know, it probably wasn't bubblegum flavored, but they brushed the polish on and then they used their polishing wheel to polish it all up nice. Um, and then after that, they said, I believe that they said that I was good, and I was like, no, no, no. I was like, in the United States, they always floss our teeth, because with me, the only reason I'd be going in for a dentist cleaning is because with metal braces on the top and the bottom, it's such a pain for me to weave the floss through there, so it's easier to have a technician do that. So uh, they went ahead and they flossed between there. I don't know if she did it like perfectly like they do in the United States, where they have the special tool where they weave it down into there and everything. But she did floss through all the braces area. She did not floss the back teeth, which is fine. I do those myself, I guess. But so that's how that was. So I paid the $20 before I started, and I went to go use the bathroom to go take a look at my teeth, and I noticed that one of my molars, it for I don't know for the last 6 months probably. It's felt like it's kind of loose or something, like something's wrong with it. And I think that's where I had my dental implants done in Canada. And so I went ahead and I went back to the front desk and I was like, actually, can the doctor take a look at that? Because during the teeth clean, the doctor did come in and check and asked, he's like, do I have any other concerns or anything? And also, he knows me because um, with him doing my front dental implant on me, he always wants to keep track of that to see how his work is doing. And I was like, yep, it's still good. Um, so I asked to go in, and he took a look at it. He's like, I better take an X-ray. So they did the 360 X-ray, which was $20, so cheap. And he went in, and he's like, honestly, he's like, I don't think that the actual implant stud is compromised. It's like, I think the bone graft is still good from what they did up in Canada for me. But he's like, I think that screw might have turned loose. And he said, do you know the brand name of it? And I was like, I believe it's titanium actually. And he's like, no, and it's from Sweden. He's like, no, no. He's like, I need to know the brand name because I had that done a few years ago in Canada, and at that time that was the top of the technology. Well, here in Cambodia, when I had my front tooth done, titanium is a thing of the past. Now they use zirconium, which is the top of the line in the world. And I could see right on the X-rays that it was totally different threads between those two because like the new zirconium one on the front, that one's got really fine threads on it, whereas Um, uh, my titanium stud in the back, that's got really big coarse threads, like an SAE standard bolt in the United States. So he's like, is it going to be hard for you to get access to that information of what brand that is? And I was like, well, actually, my oral surgeon, he retired quite a few years back, and and all that. And I was like, it's the weekend, so I'll have to call back to the United States. And he's like, if he's like, if it's too tough for you to get that information, he's like, I can order a universal kit, which should work on it or whatever. And I was like, you just give me 2 days. And I was like, I want to do it the right way. So, uh, in another day here, when it's uh, Monday in the United States, then I'll call my dentist and see if they even have that because all they did was do the crown. So might be out of luck. And then this guy here, like I said, he'll do the universal one. So that'll be in the next video. So I'm sure you guys will enjoy that too. So if you guys like this content, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll just keep kicking out more videos from Phnom Penh, Cambodia on just saving money here, you guys. Um, and then also a lot of repair videos. I love kicking out repair videos on the 99 to 2006 generation Chevy trucks and the Honda Fits and Honda Jazzes. I know a lot about all that kind of vehicle and how to repair them. So, all right, take care, you guys.